So now it's time to turn your texture photo that you've chosen to work with into a watercolor painting. So you're going to use the watercolor paper, the rectangle sheet from your art kit. Here I am just wetting the page because I'm looking to have the color sort of more blended up, and this is going to be my first layer. So remember when you made those little landscapes before and we worked in layers and you let the paint dry, you came back to it, let the paint dry, you come back to it. So that is the way to make a successful watercolor painting. So you're going to work with that again. So here I'm on my first layer. You can see I also in the sky there I used a Q-tip to kind of remove some of the color. Your first layer, again, like you practiced before, we did one color last time to kind of learn the idea of it, but now it's just the same idea, but you're just mixing colors and blending colors. You're thinking about the color wheel. You're looking at the photo that you have of texture the whole time. So there is layer one's done. It's waiting to dry and then coming back to it after it's dry again for a second layer. Looking to add more details, so really focusing on looking at the photograph and what you see in that photograph and trying to create those textures. So here I am. As you move forward in each layer that you're adding, you're going to have more detail in that, and you're going to start to, leave some of the areas behind. And your second layer doesn't need to cover everything that the first layer did. So you're working, probably starting to get in with a smaller brush, looking at the textures in that photo and looking at all those little details that you can create. So there's second layer done. Wait for that to dry. And now going in with the third layer. So here is kind of what's in that foreground of my photo. And I'm getting all those little tiny details using a very small brush to get those details. Remembering that, you want to keep mixing colors. You want to keep layering those colors. Here I'm going back into some of the grasses again to add some of those little textures and little details. And to finalize sort of the artwork there. And there is the finished piece.